Hello, welcome to New Nail Tech Success, where I help you get started as a nail technician. How y'all doing today? Hope you're doing as good as I am. Alright, so today I'm going to show you how to shape acrylic nails perfectly without a drill. Yes, without a drill. Now you may be asking, like, Rita, why would I need to know how to do this? I plan on using a drill with my clients. And my answer to that is drills blow out. And you don't want to have to stop taking clients because you don't have a drill. This way you can just go ahead and do your hand filing. Also, if you know that you want to use a drill, knowing how to hand file first is going to make it easier for you to transition to using the drill. Okay? Now, you might think that when you hand file, you can't do as good as a job as with the drill. And let me just tell you that you can. Back in the day, manicurists, all they had was a hand file, and they did great acrylic nails. Okay, now the electric file, the drill, will make it faster for you to go ahead and complete a set of nails, but it doesn't mean that you can't do just as good a job with hand filing as you can with the drill. Okay, it just saves you a lot more time, but you still need to know how to do it. I think it's a good skill to have. Okay, now let me just clarify. When I say shape the acrylic nail, I don't mean the free edge. I mean the overall shape of the nail. You're actually just making the shape more defined. Okay, you're not really shaping the acrylic nail with a drill. You shouldn't be. You actually shape the nail when you are applying the acrylic. Okay? When you apply the acrylic, that's when you're shaping the nail. And that's why it's important that you apply the acrylic as neatly and as perfectly as you can. So when it's time to define rather, the acrylic nail, you don't have that much to do. You just boom, 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 and you're done with all 10 nails. Okay, so this is actually the step in the acrylic application process where you've actually laid the acrylic, and now you're shaping and defining the acrylic so that you can get ready for polish or nail art. Okay, just to give you a concept of what part of the process we're in with this. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and show you my 6-step hand filing process, actually, that I learned. It's not mine. I learned when I took a video class, so I'm going to go ahead and share that with you guys. First thing I want to show you is how we're gripping the file. Okay, forefinger, index finger on top, thumb underneath, and then in between the middle and the index finger. It's kind of uncomfortable at first, but you'll get used to it. This will give you the leverage you need to hit all sides of the nail, to cover the whole nail with this filing technique. Now, as you can see, what I have here are the 6 areas of the nail that we're going to file. Number 1 being the side walls, which is this side and this side of the nail. The second is the free edge. The third is the middle of the nail. The fourth is the left side. The fifth is the right side. And then the cuticle area. Those are your 6 areas. What I've done is just polish this nail that has acrylic on it so it will show up on camera. But of course, you will not polish before you file. You would just be doing this on your acrylic. Okay? Alright, so as you can see, this nail is pretty much well defined, but even though it looks that way, you still want to go ahead and do all 6 areas of the nail just to make sure that you have any little nicks or imperfections that you can't see, that they're taken care of. Okay, so I have my file grip. Well, first let me go to the first position. I'm going to go to the side walls. See how I'm keeping that straight on that side, and I'm keeping it straight on this side. You want to hold that file straight. so that if there's any acrylic that's spilt over on the edge, you'll be able to get it off the sides. Okay. The second second area we're going to do is the free edge. Okay. So you're going to hold your file like this, and you're just going to go in a downward motion, downward kind of circular motion, turning the nail, turning the nail, turning the nail, and just going in a downward circular motion. You're doing this just to thin out the nail, to give it a more natural look on that free edge. The areas of the polish that is being removed would be the areas of the acrylic that's being removed. You guys, when you're doing this, when you're filing, when you're shaping with the file, don't be afraid to turn the nail. You know, if your clients are resisting, just tell them to loosen up a little bit so that you can get all areas filed. Okay, so that's my free edge area. Your free edge area is said to should be about the thickness of a playing card or a business card. And that looks about right. Okay, so that's the free edge. Now I'm going to go back to holding my file in the position that I showed you guys, and we're just going to start at the top of at the base of the nail, and we're just going to gently, lightly go back and forth down the middle of the nail. Down the middle of the nail. You know, you're not sawing, just lightly. Okay. And if I did not mention, I don't think I did, this is a 180 grit file. This is pretty much all you'll need, unless you really have misshapen the nail and you have to do a lot of defining. Then you're going to need a coarser file, which is a 100 grit to get that nail right. Okay, but a 180 should work, you know, most of the time for you. All right. So as you can see, the middle of the nail is done. Now I'm going to number 4, which is the left side. It really doesn't matter which side you do first. I prefer doing the left side as my number 4 step. And what you're going to do, still with that, holding the file like this. Now, you're going to go ahead, turn your nail, and you're just going to go in easy downward strokes. Downward strokes. From the center of the middle of the nail, down. 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 Okay? Middle of the nail, down. Middle of the nail, down. Okay? Middle of the nail, down. And then, you know, you're pulling the skin from the side. And I should have mentioned this earlier. If you're using a new file, and a new file is best when you're doing hand filing, make sure you scrub 2 files against each other so you'll take that sharpness off of them so that you don't cut your client with the file. Okay, so that's done. And if you have a little on the side that you need to get, you can turn that file like that and get any pieces that, you know, you see that are lingering in the corner over there. So that's step 4. Step 5, I'm holding the file like this, and I'm just going up in a circular type of motion from the outside from the side of the sidewall to the middle of the nail. To the middle of the nail. Going like in a circular motion. Now I like using the bigger files when I hand file, because of course it makes sense. You're going to be able to do it faster and because you're going to be able to cover more of the nail because you have a bigger file. Okay. Okay. So we have to go to now step 6, which is the cuticle area. What you're going to do is hold the file like this, lean in toward you, and you're just going to go around in circular motion following the shape of the cuticle. All you're trying to do here is remove the ledge that you should have left, the gap you should have left when you applied the acrylic. So you need to blend that in to make like it's growing from underneath the skin, from underneath the eponychium. As you're doing this, guys, don't be afraid to look to the left, to the right, down the barrel of the nail, across the arch, which is the apex, to see how your nail is getting defined. Okay, so you just want to use light pressure when you're around the cuticle area and just blending in to make it flush with the natural nail. Okay. Now, do not be afraid when you're first starting off to spritz water on the nail to see how you're faring. The water will make it more clear. Again, looking to this left, the right, left. See that curve of the nail is what we're going for. That curve right there. You got it. You know, looks nice and smooth. You're feeling it also when you're doing this. Feel it. Feel and see if you feel any rough areas. Now, from the client's view, and I'm just going to pluck off the finger to make it easier. You want to go ahead and also look at the nail from the client's view. You really will be able to pick up and see any areas that need to be smoothed out when you look at it from the view that the client sees when they turn their hand around and look at them. Okay? See? That blue indicates missed a spot. So when you're practicing this, guys, you know, put polish on your tips and go at it like I did here and demonstrated. Okay, so I just want to show you guys what a properly shaped nail looks like. Okay, so as you can see, there's a line of light that's on the nail going from the top of the nail to the bottom of the nail. And that's what you want to achieve. And if you can see, no matter how I move the nail from side to side, that line of light is going to go evenly across the nail. That's why it's important when you are shaping your nail to look at it from all angles. That from the top of the nail, the sides, and from the front view of the nail. The client's view, they call it. If your nail is not shaped correctly, this line of light will curve out, go to the side. It will not be in a uniform straight line like this. This is what you want to achieve on each one of your nails. Whether you are using the e-file or the hand file, that's what you want to achieve each time. Alright guys, just wanted to show you a filing technique. Hope it was helpful to you. If it was, please kindly like. And if you have any questions or comments, don't hesitate to put them in the comment section. And if you have yet to join the family that we are growing, go ahead and hit that subscribe button because we'd love to have you. Alright guys, until next time, take care.